this car actually is really high and it needs to be lower, but we can work with it. There's a technique to it. So right now we're going to go at more of an angle. Check it out, guys. Got my buddy Mike over today with a nice little green notch. Thought I would show you guys this. He's had it for a few weeks now, and just wanted to kind of show you guys what he's got. We're going to be rolling the fenders on this car today, and we're going to use the old baseball bat method. So I'll probably show you a little bit of that, but that's not really what the video is about. The video is about just showing the car off because it's really cool.
I drove it at night for the first time, and lights were all wonky. So I went out there last night, and then my biggest thing was just getting them flushed.
Oh yeah.
I got them all flushed first, you know, and then like drove it, and I'm like, yeah, it's good. I like them flushed.
That'll work.
I'm gonna put some bright ass LEDs.
Yep. That's what I would do. So funny story with this car. Mike went and picked it up about 3 weeks ago from a subscriber. So Michael, huge shout out to you. You watched the channel. I thought that was pretty awesome. So I met Michael, I think, in Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. This is the Boss 302 green. What's the name of that green? What's the name?
Green Envy.
Yeah, that's right. Green Envy. So I'll get you guys up here where you can see it, but it has pearl in it. It's really pretty. So this car's got a bunch of stuff done to it. A bunch. So as you can see, it's got the Holly dash. It's got a custom something going on over here. So it's got the newer model seats in it. It's got the rear seat delete, the Scott Rod panels in the back there. Just a really, really clean car. And of course up front, we've got a turbo. So this isn't just a completely stock bottom end car. It is a stock block. So it's a 308 with aftermarket rods, crank, pistons, all that stuff, right? But I love this setup though. It's got a lot of goodies on it. Dual sync distributor. It's got the AccuFab idle air control up here. 70mm turbo from On 3. This is the same turbo as on that car. We may go down the road later on. I don't know. We'll see. May take it for a quick drive. But right now, what we got to do with this thing is try to roll the fenders. So let's get this thing set up, and I'll probably show you a little bit of how I do it. I have covered this before with Andrew's car. It's actually pretty simple. Just take your time with this, please. If you're going to be using the baseball bat method, take your time because you will bust paint. But you can also bust paint with a roller. So trust me, I've used that and thought that was going to be the ticket, and it busted paint just as easily as the baseball bat. So we're going to take our time today, and we don't want Mike to get too upset about all of his paint coming off the side of the car because I'll have to repaint it, or Papa T will if we mess it up. So all right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let me show you guys what we did here. I'll show you on the other side. Now look, when I say we're rolling these fenders, we're not really rolling. We're massaging them so that that inner lip, yeah, there's that. That's what happens, guys. You have to be very careful. That's the reason right there that we're not going to go any further, because you're going to chip paint, especially with aftermarket paints. Now, you might think that your factory paint job isn't that good because they don't last that long a lot of times, you know, and they have orange peel and it's just a factory job, right? Well, believe it or not, the factory is really good about paint adhesion, and most of the time when you paint a vehicle, an aftermarket paint job, it's not going to stick as hard as it will. Like, I do a little bit of paintless dent repair, and I've refused to do it on a car that's been repainted because it will pull paint off. I can definitely feel a difference in the lip, how it's rolled. So what we're going to do now is come over to this side, and I'm going to show you like my technique, how I get started with the bat first. Now you can take this as far as you would like. You can roll these fenders all the way under if you'd like, but you're going to chip paint. A heat gun will help, but it's actually pretty warm out here right now, so I don't think the heat gun's really going to help us any. If the paint's going to break, the paint's going to break. But what you can do is you can cut the inside lip. If you don't care about your car, you can cut the inside lip and then really just roll it up flat, and that's going to give you the most clearance. Let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you guys how I do this. So you got to find a starting point to get your bat in, and there's a couple different ways to do this. this car actually is really high and it needs to be lowered, but we can work with it. There's a technique to it. So the best way to do this is when you get your bat on the inside of that lip is actually pushed up. And what that does is going to catch that high spot on this lip where it folds down, and it's going to roll it up for you. And you just want to ease your way around the car very, very gently. And all you're doing is starting that lip to roll. You want it to roll back the other direction. Okay? Right now it's pointed down, and we've got to get it pointed up. Once that lip starts to roll up a little bit, what we can do is come in with the hammer and then tap it up. But you're not going to do that until you start to get it to roll. So there again, just roll in. Very slight. You don't have to go crazy with it. What we did was we started to take that very edge right there where the paint's missing and roll it. Now that's as far as we want to take these fenders, is literally where the paint is worn off at. We just want to kind of roll that back out of the way and we're going to be good to go. So I'm going to continue with that. Like I said, you can see that I'm being very easy with it. You do not want to just crank on it. You're going to dent your fenders and you're also going to bust the paint off. So take it slow. Start to roll that lip back, and once you get that lip rolled, you can come in with a hammer and tap it up. So I'm going to get this wheel off and then I'll show you guys how I do that. All right, here we go. Let me take you guys over here to show you what we're going to be doing. All right, so you're not going to be able to probably see that, but what we did was we just started that edge to roll, and now I'm just going to take this little rubber mallet here, this little dead blow, and I'm going to come in and ever so slightly start to tap that lip around. Okay, you can see it starting to move. Now it's all about the angle. If you hit like this, you're going to roll more of the edge, like from here. If you hit like that, since we've already started the rolling process, you're just going to fold that lip up. So it's kind of a combination of what you want to do. Right now we're going to go more of an angle, and we're just going to be easy and work our way around. So then you're going to sit back here and you're going to look at your low and your high spots. See, we got a couple of low spots that need to be tapped up, like here. Now those are all spot welds and those are hard to get to move, but that's what we're going to focus on now. So now what I like to do is I like to blend this line, because you don't want to keep rolling. That's going to look like crap. So you want to blend this line in somewhere right around in here, and that should make it look a lot more nice. All right guys, that's the technique. I'm going to go ahead, finish this up, and I'll show you what it looks like after it's all done. So we've got his fenders massaged, and I think that's going to work out pretty good. We may try this old box out that I made in the back of his car. Be something a little different, but maybe now he can lower it a little bit and soften up the suspension. He's not going to be able to slam it because it's got an SN95 rear axle in it. So Mike, what did this car make? Because everybody's going to want to know. $495. So this car made $495 with a stock block on like 10 pounds of boost. Guys, I get asked all the time, you know, how much power is my car going to make on 10 pounds, 15 pounds? There's no way to know. Every setup's going to be different. It's all on how it's tuned. Quite the look there with all the different colors. Looks like Skittles around here. Check this out. We got Papa T's in the background. That's pretty cool. But anyway, we may go for a quick ride in the car if he wants to do that, and I'll show you guys that, and we'll go ahead and close this video out. But if you guys don't know, we go way back. We've been into Fox bodies and Mustangs. Well, we've known each other for what, 20 something years? Probably about 25 years or something like that. We've known each other, and Mike had a badass stroker car back in the day. It's in one of my videos. I love that car, and Mike can drive the hell out of one. So yeah, anyway, like I said, me and Mike go way back. We're gonna probably do some Fox body stuff again, because it's been a while. So we're gonna do that. I'm trying to talk him into going to Ford Takeover. Guys, talk him into it. He'll read the comments. Nice. F-cam, turbo. Cut out. There we go. Gotta love it. Holly dash up there working. Mike said there's a few things he wants to change. It's all good. There's always something we want to change on.
It's a project.
Yeah. I think at this point they're all projects. Wow, the car takes off good though. It's not all snatchy and jerky like mine.
It is.
No, not as bad as mine. Mike's a perfectionist. He always has been. That's just that's his thing, right? And certain things aggravate him. But Mike can tell you, nowadays, if you're trying to buy one of these cars and you want perfection, you better find something else to buy. Because Fox bodies they're just older now, and they're going to have their own issues.
Hanging idle.
Yeah, hanging idle. I mean, that's just the way it is with these things. You have to expect that, but you also got to love it too. Oh yeah. Oh, I love it. Reminds me so much of the Calypso. I love it. These tires, look. They're hooking. I like the gears in it. 327s worked out perfect in this car. I've got 331s in the Calypso, so basically the same, and trust me, it works out really good. In a turbo car, in my opinion, 308 to a 327, about right.
To cut it short at 6250 is just not right.
Yeah, well, it saves that block for sure.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Let's see how second does.
It wants more RPM, you can hear it. It definitely wants more RPM.
That
Guys,
was just shifted in 6.
yeah. Look, I love it. You know, we talked about superchargers versus turbos. Zone 3 kits are money. Alright, look, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I wanna hang out with Mike and enjoy the day. I love the car. We'll catch you guys in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.